I'm probably only going to do a short stream today because I want to work on D&D stuff this evening. I've got a few things that I need to like draw up, and a few maps to build, a few, like the last little bits and bobs and stuff for next week. So it's probably only going to be a short session, and I really fancy playing some Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in about in a couple of months because we've been so focused on RimWorld and Kerbal. So I thought, you know what, let's give Minecraft a little bit of love. I'm not sure what we're gonna do today. I have no idea. There's a few options that I've got in my head, like a few ideas. I'm definitely feeling a little bit more like kind of creative, I think, but we could do like some more redstoning project maybe. I don't know. We could do some. There's quite a lot of different things that we could do. So looking out the window, let's get outside the house because it's not a nice window to look out of. So I think last time we were on here. We kind of... What did we do last time? Did we do the trees last time? No, I don't think so. Usually, I'm glad you're feeling better. I usually stall to go into the hospital. It's not very smart. Yeah, no, I wasn't overly smart. I should have just bit the bullet and gone to my general practitioners. Although, that being said, I did try and go to the doctors, like my general practitioner doctor's service, but they kept fobbing me off, so it's not necessarily all my fault that we got into this situation. I remember what we did last session. We were sorting out villager stuff, because I would like to build down here. Aha! This is what we were working on. So we were working on this sort of thing, right? So we need redstone activated villager breeder, villager in a minecart, villager stops at zombie inert. Hi zombie. Die. I don't have a sword. Why don't I have a sword? Where's my sword gone? Okay, we'll sort that in a sec. If zombifying, hit activate button, splash potion of weakness. Okay, inert. Manual golden apple from storage nearby. I see. Okay, so this was the plan for some form of zombification machine by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure. So that looks like where the zombie is supposed to be going, and then we drop the villagers down onto it. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to do a proper redstone thing of this, I think, right? Like, we're actually going to have to do a proper plan of this. So I guess we could plan out the redstone for this in a creative mode so that we know exactly what we're going to do and exactly where it's going to go and exactly how it's going to fit in and that sort of thing. I guess we could do that today. I'm not opposed to doing that today. So that's, I guess, is option number one. Option number two. I've just noticed I don't have a sword. So we're going to go, like, option number two is literally trading with the villagers to get levels so that we can get a sword, because I don't have a sword. I think we died at one point and we lost like just the sword. We lost the sword. Everything else we were able to save, but we lost the sword. We couldn't find it. Can I can't trade with you. Okay. So I guess that's option number two, is just to do villager trading and chit-chat for a little bit. Option number three, I really wouldn't mind finishing off this footpath here that goes all the way around this kind of edge. And when I say finish off the footpath itself is done. But all of the bits and bobs around the footpath definitely isn't done. And when I say bits and bobs, I would like little pieces of rockery, you know, like some bushes, all sorts of things, just to make it look a little bit more lively. Like it kind of like a hedgerow that goes alongside, that sort of thing. And maybe like some things in the hedgerow. Maybe we can utilize this part a little bit more. So I guess this outside area, including potentially some decoration and design for the bee farm 2 is option number 3. So there we go. We've got 3 options so far. And I'm trying to think of something else that needs doing and that we're ready to do, and we've got all the materials to do. I guess option number 4 would be the work on doing this cave, right? Like, we've got a cave that kind of goes... Why are the bees there? We've got a cave that kind of goes down all this way, all the way down here, and like kind of in this direction. And I want to make this look cool and awesome and unique. And this is going to be a big project. So I mean, we could kind of do this, but this is option number 4, and it connects up to in here. So I guess this is option number 4, is to work on that cave that goes through and leads into the main chamber cave. At some point as well, I guess. I hate it when that happens. I don't know how this fails. Like, occasionally this triggers the system and it fails to pick up the sugarcane down here. Now, what I can imagine, like, because it's only on one side, right? So at some point, something over here gets triggered, which doesn't trigger this, which doesn't trigger the minecart, and I don't know what's causing it. So I don't know. We'll see. I cannot figure that out. I just can't. I can't figure out which observer is not giving enough a signal to kind of like push it through here. Because anywhere, like, I don't think it's an issue with our redstone repeater. So it might be one of these that isn't working. It could be this that's not working. Ah, yeah, it could be. Hold on. No. No, they're all one tick. Is it in a different chunk? It might be. That... Yes, it might be. No, that's all fine. Yeah, so all the redstone itself is fine. It could be a different chunk. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Should we have a look? But I swear to God that it's triggered the signal when I was here once. I don't know. I need to like kind of wait around here and kind of observe it. But what do we do for chunk borders? Is it? No. So it can't be the chunks, look, because the redstone signal... Well, the redstone... Ah, it could be this that's in the other chunk that's causing it, right? So this is being triggered and this chunk might be unloaded. So if this chunk's unloaded, then the signal will only activate the pistons there, but then won't activate the minecart, right? So that could be it. But it's happening far too often for me to think that that is what's causing it. But yeah, it could be a chunk issue. Because if you look here, like this is a different chunk, right? Like all the repeaters, the signal extenders are in a different chunk. And I don't know how to fix that unless I move this over into this chunk here and see if it keeps happening. I think we've got room for that. So I could switch this onto this side. I mean, it's still not gonna reach from here. Like, this signal isn't right, and there's nowhere really I can put this piece of redstone. But I could at least, like, save bits of it, I guess. Get out of here, chainmail leggings. Nobody wants you. Okay, well, anyway, that's something that I need to look into. Alright, I'm gonna go and sell some sticks to some villagers. Then we'll kind of decide what we're doing for the day. Sell all the sticks, all the sticks, all the sticks. What would you guys like to kind of like see me work out today, by the way? Sorry, I have some very nice coffee there and I wanted to drink it. Everyone's sleeping, it must be nighttime. This is like the only way that I can level up at the moment in Minecraft, because I actually don't have an XP. I tend not to. I tend to always just use villagers for it. Especially when you can get Bottle of Enchanting, right? Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, I thought that should get me up to from level 27 to... Ow. Chat. That's annoying. Yeah. I need to break it out, don't I? There we go. Okay, so, what was I doing? I want to get looting 3 on my sword. So, I've got a sharpness 4 sword and a smite 4 sword, but I want looting 3 on there, really. Smite 4. Is it smite 5 you can get? I can't remember. You can get smite 5, right? Well, let's go and get another diamond sword. I have no emeralds. Of course I don't. Because that would be too easy. Let's go and get another diamond sword. Which is here? This one? No? I can never remember which one the sword is. There it is. And I'm gonna get the smite on there so that I can merge them together and then get the smite 5. That was bad. Yeah, smite 5. I thought that was possible, but I wasn't 100% sure. So we've got smite 5, fire aspect 2, which I'm not always so keen on, but we'll at least put mending on it. Cool. I still don't have looting though, so kind of looting is the thing that I really want. Looting 3, knockback 2. Don't want knockback on my sword. I think looting is more important, so I'm going to reset that. Fire aspect 2. What does fire aspect go up to? Fire aspect 3 is not a thing, right? Yeah, maximum level is 2. Okay. Well, I guess we reset it again. All I'm looking for is looting. That's all I care about. Whoops. Oh, Smite 5. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that come up. Well, I don't need it now because I've got it from combining 2 swords. Damn it. Knockback 1. Come on. Knockback 2. Jesus Christ. This is so annoying to get. I hate enchanting in, or enchantment, I guess. Yeah, we don't care about Bane. Unbreaking 3, not necessarily a bad one to do actually, because we don't have Unbreaking on there. So we will leave it for the Unbreaking. Cool. And I'll put the sword next to the lapis so I know what I'm doing. So we need to get 30 levels. I think that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sort out my gear, because my gear is lacking ever so slightly. So this might be a little bit of a boring session, but it is kind of a vital one. I feel like I've been... Do you know what? Why don't we get some ancient debris in here as well, right? So maybe we could do an ancient debris session, but then the issue with that is that I only really have done ancient debris mining once, and I used TNT for it. I don't really have a way to easily make TNT, so maybe... Maybe we do a mob farm. Which I'm not 100% convinced that a mob farm is a good idea, but right, whilst I am waiting for the... So maybe we just do like general maintenance of stuff today. I've got all of this. Right, you know what? Let's combine those. There you go. Now I've got some chainmail leggings. I don't know why I keep them. Yeah, you see, we don't really have a way of collecting gunpowder. So maybe we do a gunpowder farm at some point. I don't know. That's a big project. What do I have in my ender chest? What sort of materials do we have in my ender chest? Nothing really. I've got birch leaves. We could do a birch tree somewhere. We could do another one of those. I've got the kit for it. I mean, I did want to have another birch tree, and I was going to put it like kind of here. But I was also actually thinking that maybe having it up there is a good idea. But I wasn't sure how far I was going to bring this back. So maybe this is what I need to do today. Maybe I need to design landscaping out here. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to design the landscaping out there, and we're going to put a new birch tree somewhere. So that's kind of what I'm going to do, I think. In terms of birch tree, where is this birch tree going to go? I need to... This is what I need to do. I need to get my shovel out. Put my hoe away. Is that my fortune hoe? It is. So we'll get my silk touch shovel. I'm not quite sure where I've got 2 pairs of pants. Arrow in his butt. And see my boom boom, but it's protection instead of blast. Weird. I don't know what I was thinking there. I've also got a golden helmet and a fishing rod. Okay. all useless. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, so let's I'm inspired to work on this. So let's get me some shulkers. And I'm just going to put all the junk in there, kind of thing. And we're just going to start like carving away at this hill, this mountain. Now, what I do like is that hill up there, because we could put quite a nice... We can put something on here, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. Or maybe we do need to pull it back a little bit, so then we've got like that huge cliff face, and turn this into a bit more of a rocky surface. So yeah, I am going to pull this back ever so slightly. And then we can create like an overhang there, and pretty much I'm bad at leaving floating trees. This is going to take a lot of work today, but it is what it is, you know? I mean, this is giving way to like the bee farm, right? Like, I do want quite a sizable garden area for the bee farm. And I kind of want it to go into what kind of looks like an overhang of a mountain, if I could. But we've got to make it so that it blends with the environment I've already built, which is this wall, basically. Not sure why there was a missing... I mean, I did move this wall in so that it gave me the option to move this back. So maybe we do just move the whole thing, the whole pile of this dirt all the way back to kind of like there. I think that's a good idea. So let's start carving. Hello, lag. I think I should probably work on it from above coming down, right? So I know what I'm getting rid of. So I do kind of like this plateau here, so we're going to keep this. But I do want, like, some sharper kind of hilly tracks, I guess. The great thing with this is that I can always change it. Oh, iron. You know, it's bad in a survival world when you've been playing it for like the better part of a year and a half, and you're still like, ooh, iron. Because they don't have an iron farm yet. Now, did I want this to be pulled back as well? I think I do. I think I want the whole thing to like just pull back. But the question is where to. Now, this is a gradual build up here, and this feels quite natural. So I actually kind of like this around this side. So I'm thinking I kind of want to exaggerate that a little bit and like curve it round. So this is all fine. This is all going to stay in this little area. But then this bit here, this is a little bit too high, I think. And this is what that might be where I want the overhang, like this sort of a thing here, but nicer kind of thing. And then we'll have another. I'll build another overhang into that as well to make it look a little bit nicer. So I still want a plateau up here, and I want to be able to access this plateau. I am actually going to pull this back a little bit. So I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is just going to have like a flat bit down here, and it's going to look really bad. Like kind of almost like what I've got. That's the first time I've seen that actually work. That's pretty cool. Do I not have a bed in here? Negative. Okay. I wonder if that one sounded like that hit over there. Still gonna sleep through because I'm still paranoid of having all the houses burnt. Yeah, that was the first time I saw a I've seen a lightning rod actually work. Cool. Did it set anything on fire though? That's the big question. No, it didn't, which is cool. Like there is nothing on fire here. There's no like missing blocks or anything, so it clearly worked. I don't know what the range is on that though. Okay, so I kind of like... How are you not being burnt alive? Weird. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go and sell some more sticks now that we've slept. I do have like all of this jungle wood as well, so got quite a lot of sticks to sell. Of course, I'm not gonna get the levels because I'm healing up my tools. There we go. Make as many sticks as possible. Stick it to the man. And then, just to round off my levels, make sure that I am getting the levels, we're gonna buy all of those. Throw them over there, buy some more. Buy some more. Fine. Level 15. Not bad. Buy some more. Can I get more? No. That's all I was allowed to buy. I'm so glad that I didn't hurt the villager then. That would have been the death of me. Redirect lightning strikes within a spherical volume radius of 128 blocks in Java Minecraft. Ooh, nice. Nice to know that. 128. That's a lot further than what I thought. Which definitely means that those two are going to be protecting pretty much everything in its radius. From Wiki. Nice, thank you. That it's something that I didn't know. So yeah, basically those two lightning rods there are actually, they're going to be protecting pretty much everything around it. 128 blocks is quite a lot further than I thought it was though. I thought it was like 60, I thought it was 64 blocks for some reason, but I guess 128 is twice that and it's still working in stacks of 64, right? So... Alright, let's, I've still got the sticks on me, idiot. Okay, let's keep carving away at this. I'm gonna take off like 2 layers at a time kind of thing, like 2 levels, and we'll just like edge your best, like kind of figure out where I want it to be, like what I want it to do. Now, the next question is, do I want cobblestone from this or do I want smooth stone? I kind of want both, so I should get my fortune pick out as well. I think this bit here is probably going to be the... no, we'll go in a little bit further. Do I want this slope on this side? I think I do. And so it begins. Like, I don't have a beacon, unfortunately, for this. So it's going to be a little bit more painful. Maybe that's something that we should probably work on fairly soon, is getting a beacon. I don't know where I would get witherheads, though. That's the problem. I don't think there's anywhere... I don't think I've really got a... I must have, because I've got blaze rods and stuff, right? So. How is this going to work? So I definitely want this bit here. So let's keep this going along this way so it snakes up. So now I need to kind of like build around that, so that I know the direction of the path I want to put in that kind of goes up the side. And like I said, I want an overhang on this, so we will be kind of updating the, like, well, the entirety of this kind of mountain face here. Now, what I might have to do then, if we want an overhang, is maybe build this out in this direction so that we've kind of got like a barrier that kind of comes down, maybe. Because this will all need to be overhung 2, right? So then this all kind of stays. Or maybe that comes out too far. That comes out too far. Let's pull it back a little bit. Wait, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do, Womble. Putting that back. Carving out a mountain is difficult. And, like, a similar sort of thing needs to be happening there too. That's all getting pushed back. And who knows, we can put something cool kind of like in between these as well. Like, whether it's a sculpture or something. I still want to keep, like, all of this dirt too. We can repurpose it. We can turn it into mud as well, to be honest. Like, that is not a bad shout. How many slots do I have in my inventory? This is a job that I've put off for a long time as well, so it's like, it's weirdly satisfying to do this. But it just extends the boundary on this. Like, it's going to increase the area that I've got for the bee farm by quite a lot. Basically, I'm going to kind of turn this into a little bit more of a wild garden as well. So we'll have, like, wild trees and, like, almost like kind of a wild forest of kinds behind the bee house. I think it'll have, like, quite a nice little backdrop. Dirt's handy to have. I hate searching for spots where to get dirt and the terrain ends up looking bad. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, me too. I don't like changing the terrain too much, to be honest. Like, in generated worlds, I like to work with the terrain, but this bit here is definitely something that needs to be changed and altered anyway, because of my overarching vision of the valley. Hey Toll, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm gonna have a creeper spawn behind me at some point, I know it. Welcome in. What have you been up to? What are you doing here? What's brought you to this channel? That sounded far more aggressive than I was intending it to. What are you doing here? Get out of it! I'm kidding. It's far more aggressive than I intended it to. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it. Blissfully become unaware of my surroundings. But also, like, me doing this is going to make the mountain feel a lot bigger as well. I'm hoping. Because I don't know if you guys remember, like a while ago I was on about making the mountain bigger than what it already is. And I'm still kind of thinking I want to do that, but that's like not going to be fun, I don't think. That's going to be a big slog to do that. That's way off in the future. I do like doing work on the outside here, which it's quite fun to do. Oh. Get out of here. I really wish I had a beacon. I really wish I had a beacon, chat. Like, this is painful to do without a beacon. I'm not gonna lie. And I can hear you all going, well, get a beacon then, Womble. Oh, I miss having my sword. There's another one. And there's a creeper. Any more? Okay, I think I am gonna go and sleep. We really need to move those villagers. That's... Need to do the full redstone design though. Okay, I'm gonna need more chests by the looks of it, because... Do I have any more shulker shells? We could just put them all... We could put it all in shulker boxes, let's be honest. Like, dirt and stone going into shulker boxes is probably not a bad idea. Because it's a resource that I'm always gonna need, I'm gonna get a lot of. There we go, we'll get 5 more. There we go, 5 more. 5 more shulker boxes. Perfect. Like, these sort of resources, I don't mind creating shulker boxes for anyway, so... There we go. I mean, there are things in here that we can dump, right? Like this I can turn into the sticks to go and trade with villagers. Let's go and do some more villager trading. So I really wouldn't mind, like, doing the terraforming today, like actually doing all of it and getting it all done. That would be a pretty cool achievement. I don't think I've necessarily got the attention span to be able to do that today. I don't know, we'll find out. But we can at least like we're starting doing this. Like this is a project I've put off for a while. Click, 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 click. Okay, we're gonna need some more wood. You need some more wood. Don't you make any sassy comments. I hear you all typing away. That gives us like hardly any more levels, but still. I may as well do it if I'm trying to level up and get... I just want looting 3. I just want looting 3. That's all I want, right? On my sword. We do need some more logs and stuff, so I'm going to go and chop all these down and then we'll do replant real quick. If we're doing that, let's get my hoe. Because sometimes it's good to have an efficiency hoe. Fortune hoe, actually. I care more about the fortune rather than the silk touch, so I don't know why I brought the wrong hoe. And then we'll come back to that in a sec. And I'm gonna get, like, the rest of it, I'm gonna get cobblestone out of it, I think. Huh, some of them haven't actually fully grown. Weird. Okay. I'll climb up to the top using the vines. I hear the vines popping. Have they changed the sound effects of the vines popping? Because that sounds really gross. It sounds like it's changed. I don't know. Something's weird. Something's weird. But it's fine. We'll continue. Yeah. So far, we should have 8 saplings from this. I mean, I'm not, like, doing it the most efficient way possible. Like, because if we were to, like, equal all of the saplings and stuff that I planted, because obviously it's, like, each tree costs 4 saplings, so I want to make sure that I'm getting enough saplings back from it, but it doesn't matter that much, to be honest. But we should have 8, I think. Oh, we've got 10. Okay, so I've got extra. Also not terrible, but not what I was intending. How are we getting up here? Going up this way? This one's quite a big one, so I'm not even going to bother fortune picking the... fortuning the saplings here, the leaves. I'm just gonna collect the wood and hopefully not miss any. It's the biggest worry. Leaving floating trees and I have to fly up using precious rockets because I don't have a reliable source of gunpowder. This one's a big boy. I'm going to get rid of those just because then it lets the logs drop that have dropped onto the top. There we go. We've got 12 saplings. Plus 2. Right, 14. I'm going to take all of the sticks. May as well. We can sell them for a precious, precious emeralds. How many do we have? Okay. I'm going to start replanting the trees, though. And we want to make sure that they're not impeded, because I think the reason why that hasn't grown is because this one's here and it's impeding those two. Oh, hi there. You have nothing. I kind of wouldn't mind the coral, but it's expensive, so I can't be bothered. You have nothing I want. Again, we got another big boy, so let's take down the other big boy. And kind of hope that this vine will work. It doesn't work. Okay, that hurt. We'll go up this side then. I don't think there's any actual clear way up here. No. No. Oh. What a dick. I hate this. Fine, we're just gonna go up to the top. That's what we're gonna do. Just gonna fly up. It's just so much easier. So much easier to do that and then work our way down. So many branches for this one. This one's a bit of a weird one, honestly. How many logs do we have now? Not a terrible amount, just not an amazing amount. That one's already grown. I do like letting the vines grow though, so I'll let the vines grow on that one. I do have a bed down here though, apparently. And remember, I need to replant because I'm really bad at remembering that sort of stuff. There's still, like, floating blocks up there, so that is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is clear of that one. So I'm going to put this one here. Should be nice and clear. So it should grow. And this one can go here. Oh, there we go. We got it. So they are a little bit too close to each other, I have a feeling. But I have a feeling that once that's all cleared, those two will just grow like instantaneously in one click. And I'm just putting it in like random spots, I guess. Like there's no... I don't think there's really too much of a rule when it comes to... Whoops. Is there another one of these on the floor? There is. Another 2. I had no idea you could plant saplings on tilled soil. Can you do it if the soil is hydrated? I had no idea you could do that. We'll do another one though, the one back here, look. There we go. So I'm going to leave those 2. I'm not going to do those now, there's no point. But I want to try something. Do we have a composter here? We do. Good. So I want to try... I had no idea you could put... We'll try this. This might ruin my garden. It's okay. It's an easy fix, though. So I want to try this, right? We'll get rid of that. Huh. Interesting. Didn't know that you could do that. Legit. Didn't know. I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference at the end of the day. But it's still interesting. I don't know. I learned something new. There's always, every so often, like, Minecraft surprises you. Yes. Every so often it's just like, huh, here, learn something. Thanks, I guess? I don't need the torches. Actually, do I need the torches? We could always torch up the ground after we've done kind of moving it around. This now looks quite interesting because on one hand I do kind of like the block that we've kind of created here, like that. I kind of enjoy that. I do, I'm not gonna lie, I like the fact that that is now exposed stone, but I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. We'll have that. I think everything from this layer down I'm going to turn into cobblestone, but this section here is just what it is, right? So I guess if we're going to have this section here, this all needs to kind of go, but there will be like kind of a gradual build-up of the cliff face that kind of goes in this direction, I guess. So it's going to arc around so that we can get that walkway up. But it's a matter of finding where that is going to be. Ah! What am I doing? Idiot. Idiot brain. because I've got to arc it round, right? It's really difficult to do that when you can't see, so I really think I need to be working this from the top down. Let's start arching this bit away. Carving. I meant carving. I don't know why I said arching. That's definitely not the word that I want to use. But, I mean, eventually all of this stone will be used in, like, building blocks and stuff, like, all sorts of things. And over on that side, looking at that, there's probably going to be a similar sort of thing over there, kind of thing, right? Where it exposes the mountain and the valley. So, because I want this to create a valley effect, right? Like, we might potentially lower the road down in, like, dip it down a little bit as it goes in. Maybe. I'll see. I'll kind of see how I feel. Right, I want this going back to about there, I think. Whoops. Do I have an overall vision for what I'm doing right now? Not for the immediate thing, but I do have a vision for, like, the overall project, I guess. But it's a matter of, like, having an idea in your head and then putting it into the Minecraft world is two very different things, and that original idea, that original concept is always going to change, right? Like, originally I wanted it to be kind of a big gate into the mountain which puts you into the tunnels kind of thing, but don't know if I'm going to do that now. Like, as a grand entrance. Which, we could still do if we're building a path, like, up this way. And then do, like, a grand entrance into there, maybe, but... Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Didn't mean to do any of that. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to path that to, because, as we see here, we want the path to kind of go up this way. And probably over to there kind of thing, right? So that's not going to be the path. And then up this little rickety bit, like, that's where the path's going to go out there. I mean, obviously I'll have to create an overhang out of this, and, like, we're not done. We've got a lot more to carve away. Like we've got all of this big stuff to massage away. Massage away. I keep using the wrong words, and it's kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I'm going to massage away. Dun, 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 dun. I'm listening out for that hiss, because it will happen at some point and it'll catch me off guard. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. I'm gonna go and sell some more of these sticks to villagers. Hey King, how's it going, my dude? How are you? Dun, 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 dun. I guess all the wood I've got is on me. Looky who I found. I'm well, you just woke up. Good, good, good. Glad you're well, glad you're well. Welcome in. I can hear bad things dying. Bam, 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 bam. Just finished your first coffee. Have spent morning in bed. Nice. Well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do on a bank holiday weekend, right? Like, spend the morning in bed. Not me, I'm working tomorrow and Mondays. Not me. I mean, I didn't get to spend it in bed. Although I have spent a lot of time in bed recently, so I'm, you know, it's not like I'm missing out. Don't stare until 5 AM. Wow. What is don't stare? Don't starve. Got you. I know what don't starve is. Midnight was done. I know don't starve. That's a good game. I enjoy. I enjoy Don't Starve. It's very addictive though, so I can see how you've managed to stay playing until 2 AM. Like, it's one of those where it's like, just a little bit more. Just need to do a little bit more. Just doing a little bit, and another thing. All played for the first time. Interesting. It's a good game. It's a good game, but like I said, it's one of those things where it's just like, and another thing, and another thing. And I bet it's dramatically changed since I last played. Because I played when it first came out. Played quite a lot then. Winter is harsh. Oh god, yeah, winter sucks in that game. I can hear my wolves not... They're like... What are they doing? I can hear my wolves. Oh, that's why. That's what I could hear. Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Get him! Goodness sake, I gotta go this way? This way? Oh, come on. They so wanted to get that kill. I could hear them. Sit. Fine. That's now your new home. What was I doing? I need to get the last little itty bitty levels so that we can get the next enchantment for the sword. Which does mean I need to save these emeralds and not use them. Oh, don't tell me I'm like a few emeralds short for the frickin'... Oh no, I'm not. It's 14 emeralds. Okay, I'm miscounted. That's alright. Spend the rest on the bottle of enchanting and then I will use that after I've used up the 30 levels I've got. Lurking, okay, no worries, Ice King. Thanks, my dude, I appreciate it. Gimme all the levels. Alright, so it should just be breaking 3. It is, unfortunately, with no bonus, but it's not necessarily... I mean, I was kind of hoping for a looting. Smite me, oh mighty. Smiter. There we go. Okay. It still doesn't have looting though. Like, that is the one thing that I absolutely desperately need on this sword. Like, I want looting 3. Sharpness 3. So it's just a matter of like cycling through the entire thing until we get looting 3 on there. I'm not going insane. You can get looting from the... Oh, I got sharpness, so we can build up the sharpness one next, I guess. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll do the sharpness. I can get looting 3 in a level 30 enchantment, right? Okay, well, we'll get sharpness next. But I want looting on this one. At least I've now got a sword that is worth using, and it's better than my axe, especially because it's the smite one, but I want looting on both, really. I mean, the easier option would just be to get another villager and get them to do the looting, but I can't bother with that. I'll use the levels. We'll use our levels for it. So I feel like I never really do enchantment of tools and things to get like the best tool. I always just go down the villager route because it's easier. Well, it's not easier. Once you've done all the setup, it's easier to use, right? Because then it's like that forever, and if you lose your stuff, it's a lot easier to replace your things. But yeah, I know what I mean. Moving on. So now I really want to make this bit look a little bit more natural. Like, I've got to add a natural curve in here. Which I'm kind of doing. And I'll probably replace the stone there with like a mossy top or something like that. Like mossy cobblestone and whatever. Though that being said, I could probably push this back a little bit. So let's push it back a little bit more. Okay, let's get rid of this bit first, and then we'll kind of like see how that looks. And I think it's a matter of just like doing it a little bit at a time. And this will be the last pieces of stone I'm going to use with my Silk Touch, then we'll swap over to the Fortune. And the main reason for that is so that I can get the cobblestone. My god, this is slow progress though. Like, it's taking a while to get through this stone. I knew it would because, you know, I don't have a beacon. But it'll be worth it once it's done. And then we can start, like, kind of looking at maybe just decorating it a little bit more, getting a little bit more natural materials in there, like some moss. Do you know what I don't have? I don't have a moss machine. So I should probably look at setting up a simple automatic moss machine. And I think with the way that the moss system works, you can probably make it self-sufficient in terms of bone meal. Because you get a lot of additional extras that I'm never going to use, right? Like the carpets and stuff. And you can like pump the carpets back into bone meal. And then like it's perpetual flow of, well, bone meal and moss, right? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's probably a tutorial and I can't be bothered to work it out myself. Which I know, that's not like me. I'm usually like really annoyingly precise when it comes to my redstone farms and stuff. I like to make everything myself. I like to... Oh yeah, I was going to use this. There's quite a lot of XP in there. Okay, let's swap my pick. I mean, I always keep the Silk Touch pick on me, but I want the fortune. I've got a few fortune picks. Didn't realize. Only one of them has mending on though, so we'll use that one. I also have some other picks that I have not used, which I probably should use, because then once they're gone, they're gone. They're not hugging up like... Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't have any... Oh, no, I do. I've got, like... Yeah, so I've got an iron Silk Touch pick, which I could use, I guess, just to get it out of my... But then that being said, this is quite a good backup one. But then we've got backup. We've got diamond backup, so let's use those. We may as well use them, right? So we'll do that first. We will go through those picks. Dun, 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 dun. Let's drop it down then. Now, we'll drop it down to, kind of want to get rid of as much of this as possible. So we'll do the dirt first. Oh my god, go away! There's another one? I'm just going to go through and get all the dirt first, because that's going to make the whole stone PC bit better. Also, it's so much nicer to get rid of the dirt than it is to get rid of the stone, so there is that. Also, it gives me a better idea on what I want to do with the terrain, like to chisel away the dirt first. We're only going down to this level, I think. Okay, so this is all sorted. Getting some granite. Yeah. Okay, this bit is the interesting bit, because this is the bit that I've got to be very careful not to take too much away. This bit's all alright to get rid of. Okay. I think I am actually gonna pull the pin on that. And then it kind of will automatically pull itself around, I guess. And like I said, I'm going to turn that either into an overhang, or it's just going to be very, very steep kind of thing with the mountain rock kind of going up. I'm not sure yet. I'm liking the idea of overhangs, right? Because we've got overhangs naturally here and there, right? So having another overhang will kind of balance that out a little bit more. And obviously I do want to polish up the overhangs there, probably get rid of those trees and really get rid of the gravel, that sort of thing, and the granite and that sort of stuff as well. So I really want to play around with that. Right, let's use the Silk Touch first, shall we? This is going to be painful. Oh god, no. How many blocks do we need to mine? Oh, okay, so only 63 blocks, which isn't too bad. Actually, it might be more than that because we've got a breaking 3 on it, so it's 3 times that many, so it's like 3 stacks worth of blocks. This is not going to be fun. Especially when we hit the iron pieces. I'm going to shave off like the top layer of stone with this pick. But I mean, I should have used this pick up ages ago, and I don't want to just like throw it in the bin or like burn it or whatever. You got to get my uses out of it, but hey, it is what it is. I'm one of those really frustrating players that will not throw stuff away. Even if I crafted like 100 stone wooden picks at the beginning of the game, I have to use that. So at some point I've crafted this pick, and I'm damn well gonna use it, okay? Even if I crafted this and enchanted it like armor stands and decoration. Armor stands can't hold tools, can they? We can have a look. I mean, I do use... Can they not? I do use armor stands for like my other stuff, but yeah, armor stands cannot hold tools. I mean, what I could do, actually, to be fair, you're right, probably like with this being my first ever Silk Touch pick, we should probably not break it up and probably put it in a I know I've got leather here somewhere, maybe in here. We should probably put it in a little item frame, right? So maybe I will do that. There we go. That's my first ever Silk Touch pick. Because it is my first ever Silk Touch pick. The other stuff, you know, it's fine though. Actually, we could make that a glow thing, because I do have glow sack there. There we go. And that becomes like a little bit more special, right? A little bit more special. So we won't use that all the way, but I am going to use this iron pick all the way because, again, it's something that I crafted up at some point and got a basic enchantment on and I want to use. Yeah, now it's a part of history. I guess so. You've convinced me not to let it be destroyed. Which is quite a rare thing, actually, for me. But this is definitely getting destroyed. I've got 137 durability on it, and then I'm gonna blow it up, basically. I don't need it anymore. We don't need everything. We don't need to save everything for a momentous stuff. Yeah, I think you can get an armor stand mod where you can put tools and items in armor stands. However, that's not part of base game. That's a modification. It's a pretty cool modification, and it is something that I would love to see as part of normal Minecraft. Actually, is quite an interesting mod. They have that on Hermitcraft. Yeah, they do. They've got the armor stand mod on Hermitcraft, of which Zombie Cleo is phenomenal with that mod. Like, she literally creates art out of it. Like, I'm not saying that she's good at using like the armor stand tools. Like, she can create stories with that. That for me is pretty cool. Yeah, little dioramas, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just brings so much life to the Minecraft world, which is kind of why it's like, it would be cool if that was in vanilla game, but I kind of understand why it isn't, because it's also, yeah, it's kind of complicated. It's a complicated thing to kind of get your head around with like the armor stand books and but it's still so cool. Like, it, one of the few mods that I would potentially consider adding to this world is that sort of thing, along with like some life improvement mods maybe. The main one is get rid of Enderman griefing, because that is fucking annoying. And maybe creeper griefing as well. Though I feel like creeper griefing, you can stop a creeper from blowing up your shit, right? Like, you can stop that as if you light level everything, you can stop the creepers from spawning, or you can hear just before they pop, right? Like, it's one of those things that you can, if you play well enough, prevent that. Doesn't always work, and it's funny when it does happen. But Enderman, you never see them coming. There's no way in base game of stopping them from doing what they do, and it's just annoying, right? Like, if I place a dirt block, say here or something, and the Enderman picks it up, it could be months before I realise that one block has gone, and you know, it's just irritating. I still to this day do not understand why the Endermen pick up blocks. I just don't get it. I don't understand why that's a thing. The only thing I can think of is that there's some weird law that the game devs kind of have decided to never tell anyone, where like Endermen used to be like builders or something like that, where they are fascinated with trying to build things like we are, because we're builders, right? Like, part of the builder race. And Endermen once used to be like human beings that are building things in Minecraft, but they got twisted and turned in the end. I don't know. That's the only reason why I can see that Endermen actually pick up stuff. Like some weird mythical rule or like piece of story that has been lost. Yeah, with his story building world. I mean, it'd be good for this world because, I mean, basically what Animal's doing in his world is fairly similar to what we're doing in this. Oh, we broke the pick finally. There we go. It's a similar concept, right? Like there's a story going on. The original story was, or at least the original idea, the original concept is that there is a village above in the valley here that have a secret that they're hiding from the rest of the world, and that secret is kept underneath in the dungeons below, right? So I mean, you could do that. You could definitely use the dioramas around here. You can have like a beekeeper tending to his bees, you know. You can have someone tending to the garden there, a gardener. And you can maybe have like mountaineers going up the mountain, you know, like you could do like those little dioramas in this world. It would help, but at the same time, like I'm not going to. So yeah, like it's a similar sort of process that me and Animal are doing. If people haven't seen Animal's single player save, he's occasionally streams Minecraft, and he's been building like a medieval world that is inhabited by villagers for like longer than this world's been around. I think he's been doing his save for longer than this, and I was semi-inspired by it. Thank you very much, Discount. This world was semi-inspired by Animal's creativity that he kind of like, because he's got this whole like lore that he's built around his single-player survival world. Thanks, Discount. I appreciate that. There's the link to Animal. That's who we're talking about. He might appear later as well because he pops in every now and then. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. Is it his birthday? I feel like it's his birthday this week, so potentially not. Or that might be at the end of the month. I don't know. I know it's Animal's birthday around about the May time. It was on yesterday. Got you. Yeah, you see, I don't get a chance to. I don't get a chance to watch Twitch really. Apart from, actually, that's a lie. I could have watched a lot of Twitch when I was ill in bed, but I didn't because I was ill in bed. I couldn't be bothered to turn on Twitch. I'm not gonna lie, I don't spend as much time on Twitch as what I used to. I mean, like, say 3 years ago, I was on Twitch as a viewer all the time. Like, I was always, like, that was my go-to thing, and at the moment, I don't do that at the moment. Kind of my go-to viewing thing is YouTube at the moment. I'm watching a lot of gameplays and stuff on YouTube, different content. That's kind of my go-to at the moment. That and Netflix and Amazon Prime. Although I'm not watching anything brand new at the moment on Netflix. I'm trying to think what is brand new that I watched most recently, honestly, and I can't think. So the reason why I'm getting the cobblestone here is because you can use that, number one, in redstone. The cobblestone will look very good as a kind of like a bottom block for the cliffs overhanging principles and stuff. I wouldn't mind getting some like tuff as well to kind of like blend in the grass, because we don't want it all being the same stuff. Picard was the last for me. Yeah, I watched Picard as well. I really enjoyed Picard. I'm not gonna lie, Picard Season 3 is exactly what the first 2 seasons should have been, in my opinion. I kind of understand, because I didn't hate Picard Season 1, I thought the premise was pretty good, I thought the ending was garbage, but like, the rest of it, I kind of enjoyed watching. Season 2 was just dull, it was bad, it was really bad. Maybe season 3 should have been what season 2 was, right? Like, season 1 kind of like introduced the premise and introduced some new characters, but they, like, pretty much all the characters apart from 7 of 9 that was introduced in Picard season 1. Actually, no, all the characters that was introduced in Picard season 1, because 7 of 9 doesn't count because she was introduced in Voyager, right? All of those characters, they weren't in season 3 at all. Apart from Raffi. Raffi's the only one. She's the only one that made it. And she is by far the best character out of the entirety of the show, I think, like, that was introduced. Like, all the other characters that were introduced in Picard season 1, they were pretty bad. Captain Rios was alright, I quite liked him. But they got rid of him at the end of season 2. They left him in the past, or our present, to goodness knows what. You know, fuck up all sorts of timeline history, I guess. The sentiment was correct, if not the execution. The execution was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like, I felt like there was enough of a change. It wasn't necessarily all nostalgia, but there was enough to say, like, you could kind of understand why, you know? There was enough of nostalgia. They definitely undid a lot of the wrongs of season 1 and 2. Like, they completely ignored the fact that the Borg Queen merged with Jurati at the end of season 2. They completely ignored that in season 3, and that was the correct thing to do. But of course, that Borg Queen was the Borg Queen from the alternate universe, right? That they made up. Like, so, I don't know. Like, yeah. But I mean, I think the biggest thing that they did that was correct was get rid of Alex Kurtzman. Like, he stopped. As soon as he stopped writing episodes, it was like, oh, the episodes are actually alright. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see, I think what they were planning on doing is have the sequel, right? Like, the sequel to Picard, which is kind of what Picard should have been anyway. It should have been to set up the next generation. But they can't call it the next generation because Picard is from the next generation, which is all a load of things. But like, the whole idea of Picard should have been to set up the next set of characters, but they ballsed it up. So like Captain Rios, he should have been the captain of the next Enterprise kind of thing, but then he wasn't because they messed it up in season 2. And then of course you've got 7 of 9, who should have been, like, say, the commander, the second in command. But she's going to be the captain of the Enterprise now, which I'm fully behind. And you've got, I guess, Raffi, who is, you know, like, potential for commander material, if not lieutenant commander. Oh, sorry, lieutenant commander. It's American. I always get that wrong. You know, like, and those 3 could have been like the command structure of the ship going forward. It didn't have to be the Enterprise. I thought that was a little bit weak, the Enterprise G. But then you've also got, say, Picard's son. You've got LaForge's daughter, and a few other interesting characters on there that got a little bit of airtime. That were from the Titan A, and yeah, I think that was the right way to go. Like, but I definitely feel like it wasn't implemented very well. They didn't mention the android at all. I don't know what happened to that android, the one that they were trying to save in Picard season 1, right? Like, they didn't mention that android at all, so that's like kind of been retconned out, I guess. Instead, they built the focus on bringing Data back to life and making him feel unique. Which again, I feel like should have happened. Like, if they were going to do that, they should have done that in season 1, not in season 3. I mean, how cool would it have been to explore Data's character throughout season 2 and 3? Well, the new Data, like the emotional Data, which they tried to do in the films but forgot about. Of course, in Generations is when he first gets emotions, and they mention the emotion chip in First Contact. Well, actually, no, First Contact, they have a lot to do with the emotion chip, because it's the Borg Queen that activates the emotion chip to try and entice Data to join the Borg. So, you know, like, it would have been fun to explore that. And now he's got more of a humanoid body, I guess. A body that will age the same as Picard's body, and Picard and Data becoming androids together would have been, like semi-androids together would have been an interesting concept, and they could have explored that a little bit more. But they didn't. They got it all wrong. So, yeah, it was weird. Picard was, like, I have mixed feelings on the show as a whole. They definitely made up for, like, some of the mistakes they'd made, but you can only retcon so much, right? Like, Picard Season 2 still happened. The weird episode in Picard Season 1 where Picard turns out to be, pretends to be a pirate. And that still happened. Like, when we can't just forget about that, unfortunately. It happened. So, yeah, they tried, and they did a good enough job to kind of, like, fix a lot of the shit that happened, but the shit still happened. So, I have mixed feelings about it, but I did enjoy Season 3. And I started enjoying Season 3 the moment Worf turned up. The moment Worf turned up, which does make the number of shows that Worf has saved, Star Trek shows that Worf has saved, has gone up to 2 now. Because obviously he's kind of, well, I don't think he's necessarily saved DS9, but him coming into DS9 definitely impacted the show, right? And he didn't necessarily save Picard, but, like, that was, for me, when it, like, started getting fun. Some of the eeky early Next Gen with his stance on life extension, etc., and considering Picard. Yeah, he doesn't like life extension, does he? Like, this is another thing. It is almost as though the creators of Season 1 and 2 of Picard didn't actually watch The Next Generation. Like, that's definitely what it feels like. It's like they'd read the bio wiki of The Next Generation and not actually watched the episodes, because they reference it enough, right? I'm going to take all of this gravel and then we're going to fill it all in with stone. So the reason why I'm going to take the gravel is because gravel is a finite resource in my... Is it? No, it isn't. I can get unlimited gravel if I'd like, but it's a lot more difficult to do. It's easier to just pick up gravel here. And gravel is used in a lot. Jesus, this is a lot. We're going to need a lot of stone to fill this in. But gravel is used in, like, concrete, right? And I would like to repurpose this gravel into concrete at some point. But I don't like leaving, like, massive holes in the world. Well, that's not true, but Where do you get gravel from? Piglins. Piglin trades. So it is technically an unlimited amount of gravel in Minecraft, but it is very difficult to set up the piglin trade, and you don't get that much gravel. So you really have to have like a huge farm. A piglin farm. So it's still worth getting the gravel when you see it, you know, like that. Even if I only got like a stack and a half, it's still worth it. But yeah, the piglin trades get you pretty much, if you set up the piglin trades correctly, you get a lot of gravel. No village trade with the stonecutters. No, you can sell gravel, but you can't buy gravel. You can sell gravel for emeralds. So effectively you can make, with villagers and piglins, an unlimited emerald machine. However, that costs gold, right? Because you've got to pay the piglins gold. You can get the gold from a zombie pig farm. So I guess you can kind of do it that way, but that feels like a little bit of a waste of a resource, and I'm using the wrong pick. Bartering farm isn't that big, but breaking their crossbows takes time. Oh right, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you can get them to get rid of their crossbow. Like you can put them behind like a glass fence so that the crossbows don't hit, you know. Or you could just wear gold when you trade with them. Like that's not the end of the world, I don't think, the crossbows. I'll be honest, I've never actually done the whole shebang of piglin bartering farm. I was going to on Jamorian's server, or one of Jamorian's servers at one point. I built the gold farm, and the gold farm was amazing, but I never actually built the piglin farm. I had ideas and I had plans, and I never had time to actually do it. It is something that I will rectify with this. I'm gonna just fortune pick that. So I'm going to leave this flat here. However, I'll probably carve into this a little bit more. So we'll make this a little bit more of a, maybe a secondary walkway up. Although I like how steep that is, but it's covered in dirt. So we'll probably keep it as it is. And the advantage of doing this is that this will fully mob-proof the starter base, apart from the fact that there's a gaping hole here and I don't ever plan on putting fences in. Apart from that. AFK for if you got some errands to run. Do you know what I could do there? I could do a double extender, and we could just, like, in case of an emergency, like, hit a secret button and then the stone bricks come up, maybe. Like, works it away across. We could do something like that. That's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Just to fully secure that, I guess. Oh, actually, there is a way back here that they can get in. I think here they can just like jump on top of there or something like that. Like here they can get over. So yeah, it's not mob proof. But I am almost done with this with the first step of the terraforming project. I think the next step will be to make the overhang there. We'll probably like carve into it a little bit. I need to have a look at a couple of rocks and overhangs in order to do that, and I know exactly where I'm going to look to get that. To get that inspiration, because I want it to look as realistic as possible. I didn't want that. The thing is, I will also be having like trees and stuff in front of the overhang, so we don't need to make the overhang look ridiculously pretty. But there will be like bushes and trees and stuff there, and maybe like the odd boulder. I might put like a little boulder or something in front of it. That could be pretty fun. Ooh, that is an idea of what I had to kind of have to break up this area here. So I had an idea, but I mean, for the longest time I've been like, what do we put in this spot here? We could just put like quite a big boulder kind of thing, or a handful of boulders. And the reason why I say boulders is because I've never done a boulder in Minecraft before, but as some of you might know, I'd like to do a lot of rock climbing, and my rock climbing hobby, I do a lot of bouldering, and that's a matter of like climbing up small boulders. So I wouldn't mind having a go at like maybe designing a couple of boulders and making it look pretty cool, and we can surround it with trees and bushes and, you know, like make it have a little bit of life to it. And I think that will blend quite well with the environment and the area. I was also thinking of maybe flattening out that hill a little bit, but I'm not sure. It's either I flatten out the hill or we add some like tree onto it or something. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this, like just chopping away. Even though like I don't have the luxury of a beacon right now, like this bit has been very fun. Like I've really enjoyed doing this. So I kind of want the overhangs to kind of be similar to that overhang there that's naturally formed, but we're going to make it a little bit like more textured, because obviously this bit's going to be on display quite a lot. I knew it. I knew you were gonna do that. Get out of here. Hate the fact that he died and still shot me, but that's fine. So this bit round here is gonna need a lot of light care. Did I not put knockback on it, you bastard? You dick. I got distracted. Do you know what I did there? I raised up my shield that I didn't have. Oh dear. That was embarrassing, but it's fine. make sure I pick everything up first. There it is, my hoe. That was a little bit of embarrassment, I'm not gonna lie. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It wasn't even like it crept up on me. I did call that was gonna happen though, didn't I? Yeah, I've got no blast protection on at all, so that's why we died. I need to sort out all of my junk now. I must have been at low health as well. I wasn't paying attention to my health. Click, 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 click. Okay, let's sleep away the night. That was a little bit embarrassing. You know, I've not died that many times on this save, so the fact that I got killed by a creeper just then... I have the last of my coffee. I feel like I deserve it after that. Oh, it's lukewarm though. No, it isn't. Still hot. I brewed that coffee like 2.5 hours ago. Still hot. I wasn't expecting it to kill me. That's the funny thing there. I really wasn't expecting it to kill me. Otherwise I would have moved away a little bit more. I thought, oh, I'll be able to kill this thing. No, it killed me. It is what it is, though. I've got emeralds. Why do I have emeralds? Those two things. Thought I put them in my inventory. I didn't. I'm gonna go on. Get rid of them. Let's continue on as though nothing happened. Yeah, I literally did try and pull up my shield instinctively, like, to stop the creeper blast, and realized I didn't have a shield. Now, this bit here, I'm gonna fill in, all right? And let me guess, I'm gonna run out of dirt. I think by like a few, no, I'm all right. So yeah, just fill that in and ever so slightly. I need to kind of like decide. I need to decide what level we're going to keep this, and I think I want to bring this down a little bit more so that this is on this level here. And then let's kind of like chisel this bit away, and then we'll kind of like figure out where the rest of it's gonna go. There's so much lag. Not entirely sure what is causing the lag, but there's definitely lag there. Actually, bear with me one sec. I think I know what's causing the lag. My RAM is spiking, isn't it? Yep. Not by loads, though. Oh. What? That must be Minecraft. Weird. For some reason, my rig isn't playing nicely. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I'm messing around with my system here to see if I can make it run a little bit smoother. I'm trying to get rid of unnecessary RAM. There we go. I got another. That should help, maybe? Maybe? Not sure. Nope, still laggy. Don't know then. It's probably just the... mind you, like, I am... My frames are okay. They're underneath me, you can't see what my frames are. Well, yeah, my frames are fine. Maybe it's the... What's it? Mod here. Are you using any optimizing mods? Yeah, it might be, I've got, what do you call it? On. Sodium? No. No, that makes it Optifine. There we go. That's the one that I wanted. Bam. Oh, I think it's just because I've got a lot of villagers in the area. I think the game's struggling because of that, to be honest. You think Optifine's gone downhill, Sodium performs better? To be honest, I don't really have much experience with mods, like optimizational mods or otherwise. Okay, so that's kind of got the pathway up sorted now. At least the... Yeah, so that's got that bit sorted, and we've kind of got that curve in that I wanted from that, which is good. Now we just need to remove the rest of the chunks, and we're good. And we'll turn the rest of this into the cobblestone. Why do I have the grass blocks there? Yeah, every so often I just get like a little lag spike. I don't know if you see it on stream. You probably do. To be honest, I have a feeling it's my graphics card. My graphics card hasn't been performing as well recently, and I think that the entire rig, I need a new rig, basically. Like, it's getting to the end of its life. I've had it for about, well, pre-COVID. Yeah, it's pre-COVID, so about 4 years I've had the rig. So it is starting to show signs. Yeah, sodium seems to, puts out a lot more FPS. Interesting. Well, my current FPS right now is 51 frames. But it's kind of like trying to do... I think it's the VSync that is the issue, maybe. Because I've got VSync on at the moment. I'm not sure. But yeah, my GPU is at like 69%. I don't know if you can see that. So it could be my GPU that's suffering. And yeah, like I said, I mean, it's getting old. It struggles with other games as well. Like, we were struggling with Kerbal with the GPU, which is like, Kerbal is GPU intensive, so it was struggling with Kerbal 2 rather. And I have a feeling it's just struggling in general. So I think that's what it is, Turing. I don't think it's necessarily my necessarily the performance enhancing mod. Optifine. I don't think it's Optifine that's the issue. I just think it's my GPU's struggling now. Which is like, I've been getting signs that I need to do an upgrade at some point. Whether it's just a GPU upgrade or whether it's an entire new rig. I've been having those signs for a while from various different like bugs that have been crept into the system. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I need to like kind of budget the whole thing and see what I can afford. I mean, ideally, I would love a brand new rig from scratch. I'd love to build another one. I hear him. There must be a zombie piglin somewhere. Streaming takes up a lot of resources too. It's not necessarily OBS that takes up the resources, Turing. It's things like having Chrome on in the background for chat that takes up a lot of RAM. And that's annoying because I use Chrome for everything. I should probably just switch to a different browser that isn't RAM intensive. But something that this rig doesn't necessarily suffer with is RAM. It is like I said, GPU is kind of what it's been struggling at a lot lately. My CPU is fine, like that's not being taxed at all. And the fact that I'm running OBS through my GPU as well probably isn't helping. So I think it's just a GPU issue, honestly. I mean, I've got a 1080 GTX, right? Which is fine. Like a couple of years ago, that was amazing. Not so much anymore, right? Like, it's not so much like a phenomenal GPU anymore, right? Like, it's outdated. It's an outdated piece of kit, and this is the problem when they keep updating, like bringing out brand new GPUs and stuff, and then the games get bigger I wanted to stream The Last of Us on Steam, and I could play the game perfectly fine. It's OBS won't recognize, like OBS creates basically a slideshow of a stream, and I did do a couple of tests with The Last of Us running in the background. It just like turns my stream into a bit of a slideshow, which is really bizarre because I'm seeing the game run perfectly fine, but obviously the priority of my rig is to make the game run fine, not OBS. Oh, we got another lightning strike. I think that landed there too. I want to keep an... No, it's not. It's landing somewhere. I don't know where. We've got both of them in view at the moment. I mean, I used to offload a lot of my streaming onto a different PC, right? Like, that's what I used to do. And if I designed a new rig, I'd probably keep this rig as an offloading streaming rig, right? And then we'll go back to a 2-stream setup. But the problem that I had with that was that when I was setting up D&D, I couldn't really get the 2-sided streaming setup to actually work. It was far too complicated and too difficult to do. And that's something that I have to consider, right? Is the fact that, well, I have D&D to run. It's easier for me to do it on one setup, I guess. I don't know. So, to answer your question, yes, streaming does take up resources on your PC for the most part. Sorry, the thunder's annoying me. For the most part, it's fine, but it does put limits. Does put limits on what we can do. Like, for instance, I can't play... Oh. Hello. You have... kind of want the tropical fish, so I'm going to take the tropical fish. Thanks, buddy. Now, this fish might end up dying. But, chat, I need a name for the fish. I need a name for the fish. What can we name our fish? Come on, chat. Come on. Come on. You got to be inventive now. Don't go quiet on me. I'm thinking chips. Bet anyone got a better idea? Call them chips for now. Now, the fish might die. However, I think he should live in one of our ponds. Here? So the fish might die. But I've got chips there. It's not as nice a tropical fish as what I thought it would be, but I will find a friend for you, sir. There we go. Chips is in. Do I have potatoes growing but nearby? Absolutely I do. Look, it's right here. Potatoes, and it's right there. Yeah, I know, right? I could get another one, to be fair. Like, we could have a few. There we go. I will actually get a couple of these, just to populate my pond with some tropical fish, especially because the first one looks a little bit. So we've got chips. And I need 2 other names. Need 2 other names for my fish. So we've got chips. What other things go with fish? Tartar? Yeah, tartar sauce. How do you spell sauce? Sauce? It doesn't look right. Sauce? That doesn't look right, but I swear that's how you spell it. Is it a C? It might be a C. It is a C. Okay, that's why it didn't look right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Tartar sauce. What else traditionally goes with fish? What would I serve with fish on a fish dish? I can't think. What would I eat? I'm thinking like tomato, but something better. Chorizo goes with fish, doesn't it? We could do chorizo. Until I can think of something better, we'll go with chorizo. Some sushi related thing. I could do rice. Yeah, rice isn't a bad idea. Like, I feel like we'll keep it as that. So I've got tartar sauce, chorizo, and chips. Sushi related is actually a good idea. Ooh, that one's a pretty one. And tartar sauce. Nice. So we got a tartar sauce there. We got a chorizo. I really like the chorizo one. And chips. And I'm also getting free buckets from this too. Yeah, we'll put them in there. Are you selling some more? I will get one more. Cool. Then we'll go with something sushi related. So, should we go rice? That's a little bit bland, right? Like, you can't just have rice. Sushi rice. Let's do sushi rice. It's its own special rice. There we go. There we go. Last fish. There we go. And we'll see if they live. Ooh, that one's quite a nice one. I quite like that one. I actually don't want the water in these buckets because I'll keep the buckets for other things. Cool. You can dump the water in there. There we go. I'm gonna put the spare buckets away. Actually, let's put them in the iron chest. That might not be a bad idea. Cool. Okay, enough distractions. Enough distractions. Let's get this last little bit done. And then we need to rip up the floor and then plant the dirt there, right? Like, to make it all grassy. I think that will be the next step, is to turn this into like a kind of like a grass banking. And then I need to kind of like figure out where the bee farm will end. So maybe we can build a temporary fence around or something like that. I don't know. Mark it out in wool. Wool seems to be the go-to thing for when I'm marking out where the walls go. And then we can start like either build like... I said like all of this was so that we build a tree, right? Haven't started yet. Oh my god, there's so much of it. This is the biggest... This is one of the biggest, like, mountain projects I think I've done in a long time. Well, I guess it's not really, like, a big project, but like, it's just the sheer amount of terraforming I've had to do. I'm still going to have to take a layer of this away so we can fill it in with dirt, right? And it will either be dirt or grass. Probably I'll probably put down the grass, because the dirt can be used for other stuff. But we should have more than enough dirt in my chest, so... I'm lagging again. It's like when I get here, so there must be something nearby. There's probably like a lot of mobs in one of the caves below here that have become permanent entities, and I've not, you know, I've not got rid of them because there's like a cave underneath that's not been lit very well or something like that keeps rendering in. It's probably what's happening. We've only got a little bit left. There's not that much more to do. I'm kind of like going around the edges because that feels like it's the fastest approach. Because one of the... At some point, I will get to the point where I'm not going to be going around an edge. Like, it'll be it. Nearly done. We're nearly done. It's nearly gone. This last little bit, last little bit. You know what we stopped doing? We stopped bothering about levels because of that sword. But then we did die, to be fair. But then before that, we kind of like stopped bothering. Okay, cool. So that's all of the stone kind of sorted. I do like that, the look of this thing that's kind of like popped out. So that looks very natural. This obviously doesn't. That's going to turn into the overhang there. So I will have an overhang that kind of like comes out of that. And we'll put like the dirt kind of going up the top with like some mossy bits on the top that kind of like overhangs over. But that is looking gross. But let's put down the the grass first. Well, actually, before we put down the grass, we need to take up the top layer of stone, and then we can put down the grass. So all of this stone here needs to be picked up as well. So we're still mining, still gotta go through this. But I feel like... Oh! Right. Yep. I'm literally in my... I didn't realize there was like a 1-block roof on that. Literally where my villages are. The villages are literally below me, so I need to cover that ASAP. Shall I put just the dirt there? I mean, we're just putting the dirt over the top, right? To be honest, I'll probably not use that area below here for anything other than the ender portal, so once I've done this, the let's dig some more. Oh wow, there's more. That should be it, I think. I don't think we're gonna come into another hole. Never mind. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I just want to cover this up so that the wandering trader doesn't fall down and mobs don't fall down into this whilst I'm building it, killing all of my villagers. That would be nice. Alright, okay. Okay. That should cover my basis there. I don't think we'll hit any more holes. And if we do, we can fill it in. I'm just gonna like mine as much of this as I can be bothered to, because I am getting a little bit bored on the mining now. And then I've got to obviously plant down the grass for the foundation. But this grass isn't necessarily going to stay grass all the way through. We might have like some boulders peeking out, like I did tease that we were going to do some boulder, like some form of a boulder. Maybe only one. There might only be one boulder, but we'll see. Maybe that's in that area there to kind of like protect the villages a little bit more, I guess. think I am going to fortune the coal there. I don't know why I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Why not? Oh, it's going laggy again. It's whenever I get into this part here, so I'm obviously loading something in, I reckon. I'm not going to collect all the coal though. We'll collect the limited amount of iron though. What was that about not collecting all of the... all of the coal? I tend not to fill in my holes like that, but I will today. I don't know why. Felt like it. I mean, I'm picking up so much. Oh, there's a lot of diorite under there as well. Good job I don't want diorite at this moment in time. I'm tempted to bring it down to this level, actually. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to get rid of a lot of this, and we're going to bring it down to that level. And this is kind of where this level can start, almost. Oh, that has to stay. Which now means I need to slowly bring this around. I need to now figure out where the grass is going, because I do want grass on this bit. And I'm thinking it like kind of can come around this bit around here. And that gives a little bit more of a... little bit more of a plinth, I guess. It means that I don't have to necessarily mine out stuff. Right, cool. So that means that all of this is going to be the dirt, the grass. Oh, this bit is definitely going around this way though. Until we kind of get out to here. Yes. I am going to get all of this coal. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. I'm going to regret it, I know. Because I'll only have to fill that back in, but... There we go. Didn't have to fill it in. But this stuff is all gonna be dirt. And all of this is dirt. And then we can like maybe build up some like dirt mounds in front of the overhang too. Like that's not necessarily the worst of ideas. I don't have enough dirt here to cover all this up properly. And boop. Oh, I do. I've got loads. What am I doing then? I generally didn't think I had enough. Cool. So now we can get rid of this top layer here and then dig down one more layer. I kind of want this to extend around, actually. Now I'm looking at it. I want this to kind of extend in, and we can even make these pieces here connect. Or maybe not connect. Maybe we don't need them to connect, but... Perfect. I do like that. I do like that. Although, maybe a little bit more here. Perfect. What time are we on? Once I've got all of the grass down, I'm going to spam the torches again, so we make it more, almost mob-proof kind of thing, you know what I mean? Last little bits. There's the lag spike again. It always seems to be in like the same place, so there's definitely something going on in the game somewhere around here. Makes me wonder if I'm like loading and unloading a chunk nearby that's like really messy. So all of this is going to become the grass. So let's do the perimeter bit first, and then we'll kind of work from there. Okay, I'm an idiot. Fell into my own hole. Let's go and sleep. I think once I've put the grass down here, I'm probably going to call the stream. Once we've got all this grass down. I want to just make sure that there's nowhere else we're gonna like fall down. Perfect. Kind of doing the perimeter bit first, and then we can just like carve away at it. There's the lag spike again. It's right around here every time without fail. So there's definitely something going on somewhere in one of the caves. It's probably like directly below us in the deep slate that's like rendering in and out. And there's just like a lot of mobs down there. It's probably what's happening. Or there'll be something like that, I don't know. Gonna have to investigate. Yeah, we will. We'll have to investigate it at some point. There's definitely something going on in that spot, but... don't know what it is. Like, there, it's right here. Like, whenever I'm in this exact spot, like, maybe it's this chunk. Going into this chunk kind of hurts, maybe. Don't know, it's weird. Ooh, they've made a change to Minecraft. They've made a change to Minecraft. There's some, like, this is a quality of life change that's happened. So when if I've got a full inventory, right? If I've got a full inventory, let's just fill up my inventory real quick. Okay, filled up my inventory, right? So my inventory's full of garbage at the moment. If I use up all of my grass blocks, which is on my offhand, right? Down in my bar down at the bottom, I've currently got my tool selected. Now what used to happen, if you select like if you middle mouse button the grass piece, that tool would get replaced by what you're selecting. However, if I do that now, it selects on the bar down at the bottom, it selects the next building block stackable piece, so it doesn't get rid of your tools from your hotbar, if that makes sense. I've not noticed that before. That's definitely a fairly recent change to Minecraft, like middle mouse button, because it used to replace my tools all the time and I used to get pissed off all the time. So that's an update that I've only just noticed. I've got no more grass in my inventory. No, I need that. So that's interesting. See what I mean? Like I just middle mouse buttoned the grass again, and like it goes to the. Well, that was an open slot, right? Now, it always used to go to an open slot, but it seems to, like, not override your tools anymore. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is definitely a welcome change. That used to drive me insane, middle mouse buttoning, and then having my tool go into my inventory. It was really irritating. Like, out of my hotbar and into my inventory. So that's an interesting change that I haven't noticed until just now. And that must be either a 1.19.3 or .4 change, like, because it was definitely a thing in 1.19, right? Like, I've played the game on 1.19 before, like, and that's happened, I'm sure. I don't know. It's definitely a recent change. That's what I'm trying to say. Or maybe it did change in 1.19, I just never noticed. But either way, I'm pleased, I'm happy with that. That's a quality of life update that was sorely needed. Now let's just fix the inventory system without adding any extra blocks, please, Mojang. Fix the inventory. Not that Mojang really pay attention to anything that I have to say. Absolutely not. They don't give a shit what I think. But I think the majority of the Minecraft community want some form of inventory update, right? It's got to be a major update though. This is the thing now. Like there's too many blocks for it not to be a major update. It can't be a quick fix. Or it's not going to be a quick fix, it's going to be a major update. They kind of need like just an update focused on inventory management, that's it. No extra mobs, we don't need any more mobs, we don't need any more like kind of new items, just fix the inventory. Like an entire inventory overhaul. That's kind of what the game is kind of come to, I think, at this point. They already fixed it only in creative though, but people weren't specific enough. Why? What's happening in creative? Hey Discount, thank you very much for the 28 months. That's a lot of months. I'm a little bit sad that you never got to experience the Jodie Whittaker regeneration, but I still haven't done it. Quite frankly, I will be honest, I said I was going to do it, and then I never did. Oh well, it is what it is. No worries, I know, I've just, like, I am more busy now than I ever have been in, like, probably my entire life, so, with work kind of thing. But it's a good busy, it's a good form of busy, I enjoy it. So. There's new categories in creative menu, really? Is that in this current update? Because I can go and have a look in a sec. Or is that in the 1.20 snapshots? Woo! Did it! Do I have one of these versions of the cats? I think I do. Actually, I'm going to pull this back a little bit as well now. This just gives me a little bit more scope to pull this back. You don't need to go back too far. Like only to there kind of thing, but then this bit, like this dip down, is going to be the bee farm, I think. And then this area here is going to be like trees and boulders and bushes and all sorts of things. So this bit here is going to be the bee farm. So let's just cover up the dirt from this. Cover up the stone, I should say. Yeah, we'll have a look at the new categories in creative then. in a sec. If it's on 1.19.4, then I will have a look. If it's not, then I won't have a look. Well, I mean, I could always install a snapshot and have a look and see what they've changed. To be fair, I should probably be doing that because the amount of spoilers I get from like snapshots and like from YouTubers talking about the snapshots, it's just silly now. Like Mojang don't like us to be surprised, which I can kind of understand because the Minecraft community is so big and they're so vocal. They want to make sure everyone's happy when they release like updates and things. But I do miss not knowing what was going to happen in an update. I do miss that. It's just not feasible, really. I don't think in this world, this day and age, it's not feasible. To avoid spoilers the way that we're used to. And that's kind of for everything, really, right? Like, you just can't avoid spoilers anymore. For everything and anything, like, there's just opinions everywhere. Unless you shut yourself off from the world, which, not gonna lie, I'm quite good at doing that, but you just can't avoid spoilers. Right, torch spamming time. There we go. That should help stop nasty spawns for a little bit. Also put one on there as well. Now, obviously the torch spam is not going to last, but I do like the template that we've kind of created there. That really opens up the build. This build in particular has dramatically changed now, though. So we really do want to kind of cover that a little bit more by putting in a custom tree on the back. And that back wall obviously needs a lot of work. That's the thing that's really going to need focus on, is this overhang that I want to create. So I want to basically mine 2 more layers into this wall and create kind of like an overhang effect. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that. 1.19.4. I rarely use them though. So use to search. Right. Let me have a look. Let's have a look at that. But what do we think of that? I mean, that has dramatically changed that build and this build because I don't have the I don't have this big thing here, but that means that we've got space for either a shed or some form of structure, or what I want to do is cover the whole thing with like trees and rocks and bee farm stuff. Like this bee farm I want to kind of like bring out to here, and then we can have like natural bees kind of around here that have kind of spread from the beehives. That's kind of my idea, but it does change the builds a little bit, but I like it. Yeah, it really opens things up, look. It really opens things up. And you still have like this plateau where you can kind of see everything. Ow. Oh god. I needed to heal before I fought this thing. Ow. Oh, now he's got fire. Where is he? Oh, he's on top of my building. Oh, come on, dude. Because fire aspect isn't the best of things when you're fighting a mob that teleports. It's also not great. Do you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have put fire aspect on this sword. So yeah, I mean, it definitely expands what we were gonna do, what we've done there, and gives me the potential to put in a window on this side, maybe, into this building, or we could have a window of sorts in here, like kind of poking out, maybe. Maybe like a small, like, kind of, I don't know. It gives me a few, kind of, a little bit more to work with. Or maybe we could have like a window there, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like there's options. There's options to do now that I've kind of got rid of the mountain a little bit more. It feels weird though coming out and there's not a mountain there. It feels weird, but I want a tree in this spot here. So this is going to be a tree. And then there will be like boulders down here as well, so it's not going to look as naked as what it currently does. Do you think I've taken too much away, chat? Because it's very difficult to put it back. I mean, instead of having an overhang there, we could do a similar thing to what we've got here, right? Like build this out. Instead of it being an overhang, we could just build it out kind of like that. There is that option. And I'm not sure what would look appropriate. I like the idea of doing an overhang and having like some form of an inlet there, and maybe like a little bit of a hidden entrance at some point in going down into the tunnels. That could be quite fun. I did say that I was going to have a hidden entrance there. Well, actually, originally the idea was that I was going to have the main entrance to the tunnels there. But I kind of like these super secret hidden entrances all over the village idea better now. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today, I think, in terms of Minecraft and probably the stream. So, thank you, I guess. Oh, I know what I want to have a look at before we do finish. Let's have a look at this creative thing that you were on about, like finding bits and bobs. So how does the like search system work? This looks the same. This looks the same as what it was before. Or have they altered this slightly, maybe? Maybe they've altered this. Yeah, but I just use the search item, usually when I'm doing this. Huh. This looks the same. Redstone tab has more useful items. Oh, of course, like skulk sensors. Redstone or armor stand. I thought all of this was the same. But I mean, yeah, I use the search as well. Cheering. White wool. Interesting. that wool is in the redstone stat tab. What does wool do? I guess it masks the sculk sensors, but... Drip leaf. What can you do with the drip leaf? Does that give a signal? A redstone signal, maybe? Or no, you can power the drip leaf, can't you? You can power the leaf so that it doesn't collapse. Okay. Lightning rod. Why is that redstone related? There must be something to do with this and lightning, right? Like if lightning hits it, it gives off a signal, maybe? I don't know if that's the case. We'll find out. I'm curious to know why that's there. How do you summon lightning? How do you do a lightning thing? It gives an output. What, when it's struck? How do you use the lightning thing? I can never remember. Minecraft lightning bolt? Oh, I'm an idiot, that's why. I don't know where it summoned the bolt, but we'll try again. Oh, it's summoning it on me, I see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so it does both. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. So it does do a redstone-y thing, I guess. I didn't know that that was a thing, but that's pretty cool. That gives me an idea for lightning fireworks, I guess. Next question. Does that work? It does work. Cool. So that's an interesting idea. Like to create some form of lightning rod thing, I guess. I don't know. Cool concept. Okay. I generally didn't know that that was a thing. So there you go. I'm learning things today. I do have a really cool idea for that though. Like, I have a really cool idea. A really cool idea, and I want to implement it into my world, but it will require... Yeah, it will require some redstoning. Let's just put it that way. Maybe an entire build is dedicated to this. Covers your wooden building with water in case of thunder. Well, you wouldn't need to do that though, Turing, right? Because if lightning hits it, the lightning will cover like 100 and what, 120 block radius? So here, I'll kind of like demonstrate how far that covers. Right? I know I was joking. Yeah, I know, but I'm explaining why. You know, how far that actually covers, just for visual sake, because that is it's a lot further than I thought it was. Surely it can't be radius. Are you sure it's not diameter? 180 block diameter? Because the that's a big radius. That's a big radius. Are you sure it's not diameter? Like that's a big circle that goes around that whole area. My entire village would be covered, like, you know, by just one of these. You could make an entire village covered by it. Is it radius? Like, are we confident that it's radius and not because you've got to think it's also a circle, right? Like, it used to be 32 in the first snapshot. Now it's then 64. Now this huge area. Okay, so it is radius. Wow. So the first snapshot was like to here, and then it went out to here, and now it's to there. Interesting. It's a cool feature. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like the feature. I think it's pretty cool because it's got redstone properties. It safeguards stuff, and yeah. I didn't realize it had redstone properties though. I didn't realize you could capture pulses, redstone signaling from those. That for me is that's a pretty interesting idea. I've got a really cool idea basically, and it will involve some dramatic build of some kind. That's going to be a big project. I've got a really cool project idea for it. Yeah, it's going to be a big project. Big redstone project is coming from that. Just from that one concept. The thing is, you don't get thunder and lightning enough in Minecraft. So it's like, it's going to be a huge project for like no reason whatsoever. But yeah, I have a cool idea. I've got ideas. Okay, no, I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm pretty pleased with what we've done today. We've done a lot of like design and things. Yeah, we've done a lot of design. But that is where I'm going to end the Minecraft segment